Hi, my name is Stacy, and this is the first part of what I hope to be a series of several videos that uh, follow the progress of my gastric bypass surgery that I've decided to have. It is currently January 29th, and my surgery date is February 20th, so I have just over 3 weeks. And I have watched some of the other videos on here, and I think they're very helpful, and I'm hoping that doing this will help me. It'll be a nice way to visually see some progress, because I think sometimes we all have issues with our body image and a lot of negative thoughts. So hopefully seeing the progress will help keep me on track, as well as possibly help some other people that are interested in the procedure, and also build a nice support system for everybody out there. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I am 40 years old, single. I live in Michigan, and I've been overweight for the majority of my adult life. I was never a skinny child, probably like a size 12 or 14 for the majority of my high school years, but wasn't really that uncomfortable with that, but never really felt like one of the, pretty special people, I guess, that most women tend to compare themselves to. And it just seems like as I got older, and especially moved out of my parents' home and got out on my own, eating habits that were already bad turned to worse. And it's just really simply a case of 10, 12 pounds a year multiplied by 10 to 15 years, and now I find myself being 100 pounds overweight and being in this position probably for at least the last 8 to 10 years. So I'm definitely ready to take this step. I've tried a lot of other methods like most people have. Unfortunately, eating is one thing that I love to do. So as I move forward and get closer to this, obviously a big concern, like most people have, is what's going to happen once the food factor is taken away. So I'm concerned. I think I'm ready for it, but obviously I feel like it's going to be similar to mourning the loss of a friend. I'm a very emotional eater. When things are good, when things are bad, when I'm bored, it rarely has anything to do with hunger. It's just the plain fact of wanting to eat, liking to eat, having food, readily available, whether it's fast food or delivery or anything. There's so many things that are so good and so readily available that it's just an easy rut to fall into. So with all that being said, obviously there's a lot of emotions going on right now, concerns on what's what's going to happen in the next few weeks leading up to surgery and what's going to happen afterwards. A few things that I want to point out are I think it's really important, if you're considering this procedure, to look at all your options very carefully to see if you want gastric bypass or the new lap band system. Choose an appropriate doctor and facility that seems to suit your needs and offers enough information on basically everything that's out there. For me, I chose not to do the lap band because I am very active. I play a lot of sports. I always have played sports, and from what I understand, with the lap band, there is a port that is permanently inserted just beneath the skin somewhere near your abdominal region, and for some people, once they have that procedure done, they're not really allowed to do crunches and other exercises that could possibly put undue pressure on the port, because it is a synthetic or plastic piece that can have damage to it. And again, it is close to the surface of the skin. One of the sports I play is hockey. I play women's travel hockey, and I think with the amount of physical exercise that's involved in it, it's just not really in my best interest to get the lap band. So gastric bypass is what I've chose, and I chose a clinic called Barracks to do the surgery. The two doctors there that run the one area of the clinic have about 2,000 to 3,000 surgeries underneath their belt, and I think that's really important. I want to know that if there's anything different or unusual once they start the surgery, that they've had enough experience to be able to complete the surgery successfully without a lot of complications or implications like a much longer recovery time. I've also spoken with people that have had the procedure done there, have nothing but good things to say, looked into their support groups, attended the meetings, had my evaluations done there, and I really am happy and comfortable with my decision, and I would urge everybody that's considering it to go through the same thing. The process does take a while. I started about 3.5 months ago, and finally last week got my surgery date. There's different things that different insurance companies require that take some time to get, things from your primary doctor, and another thing is a psychological evaluation to make sure that you're in the right frame of mind to go through this surgery and hopefully be successful at it. So there's a lot of people, it seems, that look out for you before the procedure and to make sure that it's the right thing for you, and also to make sure that that you're physically able to sustain any type of surgery, because there's always going to be risks and possible complications from it. I guess the last thing really that I wanted to talk about was the fact that they did recommend, the evaluator that performed my psychological exam recommended that it would be a good idea to go see a cognitive therapist. And what this means is really it's just going to see somebody that's going to help give you the tools that you need to get from where you are today to where you would hope to be down the road after the surgery. I imagine there's going to be a lot of ups and downs for me, probably even some mild depression, good days, bad days, and I just want to make sure that I'm prepared for that. And also the fact that negative body image and negative self images and self-worth have been with me for so long that becoming less heavy is not always going to automatically change that. So I'm looking forward to that. My first appointment is tomorrow, and I'm hoping really to get some tools and some tutoring to help me make this transition as successful as possible. So I'm looking forward to my journey, and I hope that I'll have some other people following along as well. And I look forward to all your comments, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.